Hello, everybody. This is Sara Perry, psychic medium, and this is the insight and predictions coming in for the week of the 31st of August to the 6th of September 2020. Happy birthday to a very good friend of mine on the 31st. Hope you have a wonderful day. And to anybody else who is celebrating birthdays this week, if you do enjoy this vlog, please do like, share, and subscribe, as it really helps support the channel. And also, if you'd like a private reading, then just go to my website, saraperrypsychic.com. Now, for any of you who are interested in my art side, just be aware that the spiritsinart.com site or .co.uk site is a little bit hit and miss at the moment. If you want to look at my art site, you can see it through my saraperrypsychic.com website. Just go on spiritual art, okay? It will take you straight there. You can get to everything via that website, okay? If you are interested in any commissions or anything like that. And do check out all the other videos on that. So what is going on this week, guys? We are coming into September. September's going to be a really, really interesting month all round. That's what I'm feeling anyway. Little bit concerned because you've got Mars going retrograde on the 9th, but we'll look at that more next week. Do look at my video on Mars retrograde if you want to know what to expect, because it goes retrograde every 2 months. Every 2 years for 2 months. And if you imagine, it's like the accelerator in the car. And when Mars goes to sleep, we kind of don't know where to put all the energy, you know. So it's going to be a really good time to get creative. And the aspects of Venus around are going to make just getting a real playful energy coming in. People wanting to get on, wanting to get motivated. If you are launching anything or getting something out there, you want to get a really good reaction, I would advise that you get it out this week if you can. But please don't rush. Don't start putting crazy boundaries on yourself that because the planet's going retrograde or because the world is turning inside out, that you are unable to continue working through things, projects, or you can't put anything out there at all. You just, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get anything back. But, sometimes it's good to look at what's going on with the planets as to when the best time is to get information out to the world, especially if you're working on social media or you're branding something new. Now, the good thing is Jupiter's actually going direct this month, anywho, which means, the giver of gifts and good luck is back on board. So we won't be looking into internal expansion so much, but more from the external again. And just, if anybody is a little bit concerned about retrogrades, because I think some people, especially when Mercury goes, you'll go, oh no, they are actual, the planets are going backwards or they're going away from the sun. And these are times to go inward, look deeper, look closer at issues in your life. Saturn creates all these challenges really. And I know that a lot of people, particularly in the last couple of weeks, have been really, really feeling the brunt of it, or feeling like, they're just shoveling a load of bricks up a hill constantly, or they think they've got to the end and then there's something else that is added on top and it just gets heavier. And the theme from private readings, from just talking to people I know, there's that sense of like, when is it going to happen to me? When is this going to change? And I will say the sparks of change have started to happen. Now, if you're in a situation this week where you're waiting for an interview, you've been throwing everything out there, you're still struggling with getting that job, then take the time to look at what you're looking at. You may be looking at a job that has got all your skills and recommendations, and may be highly qualified more than you and know that you are deserving of what is out there. But is it what you really want? Are you being led by the money and the security, or are you being led by your heart? So it's definitely something to think about, and it's something that I have talked to a lot of people about recently in private sessions about, restructuring the search or research. because sometimes you can just be looking in a place that isn't good for you, that isn't going to benefit you long term, and that's why things aren't coming forwards. So if you've been going through something and it's a continual pattern, think about altering something. Step outside outside your boundaries. Look at things just with just a little point of view, little perspective, and just see if there's another way. And if you are just going for something because you're qualified and you've been doing it for years, and you say, well, actually, I wouldn't know what else to do because I don't really know what would make me happy, then take the time to start looking at that. Write down 5 passions. Think 5 things you're passionate about, because those will possibly combine to create what you could be doing. And if you've gone up the ladder and you've gained all these skills, you might have got to manager, but it might have taken away your creativity. Now, creativity is the word of the week because the 1st of September is full moon in Pisces, which is going to shine the spotlight on all our dreams and emotions. And we're going to be throwing some wild cards, and there will be some eccentric bursts of insights and inspirations. And the universe and the world and spirit want you to really, really go with the flow, go deeper, be open, listen to your intuition, and get in touch with what your soul is calling for, what your soul is wanting in your life. Now, all the different zodiac signs will be affected differently. Remember, it doesn't matter whether you're Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, Libra. It really is, on how you're affected is more dependent on what time you were born and how many other planets are going on. So any readings, anything you read about your sign doesn't, it's a broad thing. Okay, remember that. Doesn't mean it's definitely going to happen, but the energy around the signs around the full moon are, I'll just give you a little summary of what to expect. Aries, it's time to really embrace time with yourself and to listen to that intuition. Aries is the sign of the self, and this is going to be a great time to just get connected with you and just be at one with yourself and meditate, maybe take some time to do some spiritual practice, be on your own, sit with yourself. Taurus, this is a good time for you to connect with friends and find inspiration from other people and seek collaboration with people rather than just being fixed with your own ideas. Open up and see what comes. You may get some inspiration from somebody close. Gemini, this is a time to open your heart and allow your feelings to work and your passions to lead you to where you are, where you want to be. Okay, so particularly for you want to be listening to what you love, where you're feeling, where you're feeling that strong calling, and listen and work with it. Cancer, you need to go deeper on a spiritual level. Okay, so anyone who is already spiritual is going to be a great time for you. I reckon you're going to be flying over this full moon, but really go in a spiritual, really get into that flow, that free flow of stuff. So serendipity starts to happen. So you're really, really in the moment. Leo, this is time to step into the power of your own vulnerability. Okay, so you want to be, at the top of your game, but sometimes we have to actually access our fears, access, the things we're afraid of. Be open, and be vulnerable to actually find more power and learn more about ourselves. Virgo, you can learn a lot on this full moon from the relationships around you. It's almost like they're going to present things on a plate to you. You may be dealing with relationship issues, but they're there to help inspire you, to help you move forwards, okay? Libra, this is a time really to declutter. Make space and work on your well-being. And Scorpio, well, this is perfect for me right now because it's basically a time to be really creative, pour all your energy into your artistic expression. So any Scorpios out there, just get your paintbrushes out and start, or listen to some music or do some dance, anything that is creative expression. Sagittarius, you are being guided to be around people that you know on a deeper level, okay? Connect with people that know you on that level, really understand you, because they're the people that will energize you the most. If you hang around with people that just see you as a surface, just they only know you from walking down, to the post office every day or meeting in a queue, or, just acquaintances. They don't really know everything about you. Be around the people that really connect with you and you'll be really, really energized. Capricorn, this is a good time to express yourself in some way. Some of you may not feel like being, but you might not be very confrontational or want to talk about things very often, but this is a good time to journal then, okay? Or talk, be emotional, open up with close friends, because it's going to do you a lot of good. Aquarius, listen to your guts. Really start understanding how your body reacts to things and get to know how, to listen to that side of yourself so you understand whether you want to do something or you don't want to do something, or if something's good for you or not. So this is a quiet time for you really to work on that intuition. Pisces, this is a great time to embrace your own emotional self, because this moon is in Pisces. So I'd say experiment, express, be emotional, be open. But this whole month is going to also be a great time to get focused. So focusing on your intuition this week around the full moon is going to be a good way to start, because it's about getting to know you on a deeper level, understanding yourself through other people, starting mapping out some of your dreams, putting them down on paper. Don't just ignore them. Stop avoiding things. This is a time we are now stepping into a new world. It's really strange, because I actually feel like the moment I step into September, I'm going to be into a new place. Not sure why. Energetically, intuitionally, that's how I feel. It feels like I've kind of crossed over something. Last week there was an autumn, and the week before there seemed to be a lot of grieving. People were losing animals all over the place. I know they do in general, but the ones I heard about, it was so sad, including one of close to my heart. And people were just really suffering loss, but going through this kind of grieving process as well. And I just think you may be feeling physically in pain. I was struggling with a bad back last week, mainly my own issues, my fault entirely, but I also feel that what I did was a kind of trigger to something else energetically, because I really, really experienced lots of emotion, ups and downs with it, and kind of reconnected with myself as well. And I feel it was a sign to stop and be still and reconnect. So, if you are feeling some kind of weird headache or your muscular thing and you can't really explain it, it very well could be that you're kind of giving birth to yourself, and you're releasing something and you're allowing it to come out. So encourage it. Talk to your body, talk to yourself, your unconscious, and say, I'm ready, let it go. Now, the 13th of March, we've got September, we've got Jupiter going direct, although Mars will have gone retrograde on the 9th or the 8th. I'm pretty certain it's one of those dates. And I feel is going to lighten the load a little bit of Mars, and the Venus energy is going to bring, I just feel a lot of fun and life this month. If people want to have fun, if you really, really pour your energy into something useful, if you feel restrictive at all, because you may be feeling the effects of Mars already, before it goes retrograde, it's in a shadow phase, so it's likely that you may be feeling the effects, just feeling it. It's kind of a frustrated feeling, where you want to get on, but you can't be bothered. That sign of, come on, why isn't anything happening? Because at the end of the day, when something goes retrograde, everybody's in the same boat. So we all kind of have a knock-on effect. So you may be wanting to get on and other people aren't. But then at the same time, that feeling where you just think, oh, I really want to do this, but I can't be bothered. And it's like the battery's kind of worn down. But I do think that this will be a time to get the groundwork, go back to square one if necessary, redo some details. It's like a behind the scenes feeling. That's what I'm getting for the next 2 months coming in. Although you might be in front of the scenes having fun, and if you can have some time out, or you can go and start doing some kind of exercise or fun hobby that it really involves releasing all that energy, you're going to feel a lot better, because you might feel angry. This is where people start getting a little bit angry when we don't want that, okay? Now, there is expansion around home this week, particularly I'm seeing people wallpapering, thinking about, redecorating and that, but I'm also seeing people thinking about moving further afield. This could be because, there's this little bit of, the fearmongers coming out now about Brexit and the end of the year, and if you want to move abroad, you have to comply to all this stuff. But I kind of see there's going to be a bit of a delay again, and it's all going to go slightly tits up as it normally does because of the COVID situation. So, nothing is running smoothly. But if you do want to move abroad, or you want to change your life, or you want to do something that could be affected by these things, start looking at the paperwork now. Just start doing your homework. Put things in place. Don't just sit and wait and then think, oh yeah, it's going to happen, I'll wait, because it never does. Just start doing some of the groundwork, even if it means filling out forms or getting all your paperwork together. Use this time to do it so that when things can move, you can. And I feel this particularly around house moves. You might be waiting for a buyer to come back through, or waiting for a surveyor, that kind of thing. But I feel like once everything's done and dusted, things could move very, very quickly for some of you. So, like I say, don't kind of rest on your laurels and think, well, no one's going to come back this time because it's bank holiday. You never know when that call's going to come. There's going to be some new beginnings around people who have been the victim their whole life this week. And you might suddenly think, do you know what? I'm not going to be the victim anymore. And, I'm seeing people pack up, again, move, do things, change their whole lives, throw everything out, that they've been working on, because do you know what? It's never worked. They thought it was, and they thought that's what they wanted, and suddenly they realise it's not, because it's not any value anymore. I'm seeing people looking at their lives in general and just thinking, this doesn't make any sense anymore. It doesn't give me joy anymore. And it's okay, guys. It really is. It's okay if something has had its day. When we've worn clothes over and over and over, we get rid of them. You end up giving them away. It's something you don't wear anymore. Maybe it doesn't suit you anymore. And I think the thing is some lifestyles aren't suiting us because we are changing energetically. People don't suit us, jobs don't suit us anymore, because we're looking for something better, looking for something more fulfilling. Now, there could be some big chaotic changes happening this week. Go with the flow. Allow the energy, the universal energy, the full moon energy to guide you, because I feel like some new paths are being opened up. So if something just changes all of a sudden, don't start getting fearful and freaked out. Just think, okay, I'm being taken to where I need to be. If somebody suddenly says something, they tell you something that you don't really want to hear, maybe that's because it's time to move on. I do see work situations turning around all of a sudden, big contracts coming in, fate happening, sealing the deal, that kind of thing, and opportunities coming in. So even if you haven't heard something, now, I don't know why I'm getting the 17th for somebody, but we're only really looking to the end of the week. But for some reason, number 17 is important. You may get some calls, some playful, fun, social calls coming in from people, maybe offering a second date, or maybe you're just getting a chance to do something that was put on hold as well. That could come in. It's important that you take positive leadership this week and think about the balance of your whole life, okay, and how something will balance out your life in the future. And I don't mean start worrying about, if I don't save this, it's not going to happen. And if I don't pay that bill now, oh my God, and start worrying about it. It's about thinking about your choices. If I make this choice now, is this going to benefit me? Okay, I mean, if it's really good for you, then that's okay. But it's like signing contracts, that kind of thing. If it's not really what you want, you're going to be questioning anyway, right? That's your first sign. If you're questioning it, there's something not right. So if that's the case, then look long term and think, do you think I'm still going to enjoy this? Is it just the fact I'm excited because it's change, and because I'm flattered because I've been offered the biggest job with the highest wage bracket? Is it the money that's drawing me, or is it the actual job? Because I've still got to do the job, and I've still got to stay there for 8 hours a day. And do I like the people, or am I just telling myself it's all going to be okay? fact is, if there's doubt in relationships, if there's doubt in work, and there's doubt in anything, then it's something to be addressed. Try look at things from a new perspective. I feel like there's a lot of powerful energy around to secure things this week, to cement deals, to put things in place so that you can kind of coast along for another 2 months. People may come back from the past on an emotional level, get in touch, and you may be wondering why. Sometimes they're coming in to go away again. It's like it's a sign that a cycle is finally over, that you have finally forgiven or you have healed. Okay, it might just be that someone's liking your stuff on Facebook, or they're kind of just watching you, and you can feel their energy, or they kind of text for no reason, and it's something and nothing. Somebody that hasn't spoken to you or cared about you or given you time of day, maybe they're coming back in, and it's just a sign that you're free of it now. Okay, doesn't mean you've got to suddenly be best mates with them. I feel like things need to be looked at on a relationship level. Watch these little twists of fate, be aware of them, don't dwell on stuff or get overwhelmed by it, but don't ignore stuff. Just be aware of why things are coming in, rather than worrying about it, look at it from a more creative outlook and think, maybe I'm being taught this, maybe this is a message, and I don't mean question every move you make, but sometimes these little things happen, you think, why did that happen? You start connecting the dots. Some people that have been very stubborn or stuck in their ways will kind of like rise to the occasion this week as well. You might find a partner suddenly steps up, changes things, suddenly wants to get on with stuff. I do feel there is this new cycle happening. And some of you are going to feel it very, very strongly, but I do see emotional support around. Just watch the tempting old patterns that could be frilling around, and that's only because you're doubting yourself. So I hope this has helped you this week. If you'd like a private reading, just go to the website saraperrypsychic.com and do check out my artwork. I am taking commissions to do murals if you are in Spain or maybe somewhere else, everything. I'm open to everything, and I shall speak to you all soon. And please remember to like, share and subscribe. Bye for now.